The Book of the Beloved, Chapter 1, In the Garden. I have gone out into the garden to meet my beloved. In the garden are roses. The dim paths wander here and there through plots of lavender. There is a band playing in the house. It plays with great skill a melody of Viennese waltzes. And the heat of the room and the swish of the dancers and the heady monotonous repetition of endless Viennese waltzes are like the far drumming of some savage love dance in the mimosa and the mangroves of the hinterland of West Africa. I have gone out into the garden to meet my beloved. She comes to me dressed in shimmering silver. A shawl is over her head. At her breast is a cluster of climbing roses, the roses that grow on the pergola in the garden. Oh, my Margot, my dear one, do you love the Viennese waltzes with their endless monotonous repetitions? Do you feel that you need the too-hot room and the swish of the dancers? There is a shimmer of starlight upon your ball dress, and the cluster of scentless roses you wear gleams wanly. My beloved, have you come out to meet me in the garden? I cannot give you, alas, these Viennese waltzes. Alas, I can only be found in the garden, where the paths wander dimly through lavender hedges, and all is in darkness save for the glimmer of far-off stars. My beloved, can you come out and meet me in the garden? And my beloved draws closer to me. Her eyes are wet with tears and alight with laughter. Viennese waltzes are good, says she, but there are other things in the world besides Viennese waltzes. And after a while, I sing my beloved a song which I call the Song of the Magic Weaving. Needless to say, she likes it, for the song is all about her and the magic carpet I wove for her feet to tread on. I am a poet, the magician. I weave you the gold of the sunshine, the blue of the sea, the laughter and perfume of 10,000 lilies, the wonder and glory that make up this earth. All of these I take and weave into a magic carpet for your feet to tread on. 10,000 are the lilies in my garden. 10,000 thousands are the stories I have heaped there, and each story is written with a drop of my heart blood, the blood of my heart which I weave into the magic carpet for your feet to tread on. I have wept and sung and died and lied and stolen. I have robbed my best friend, and he in turn has robbed me. I have died for my country. I have betrayed my country. I have ruled. I have served. All these things I have done to weave them into my magic carpet for your feet to tread on. And you, my beloved, my chosen, my lily of 10,000, my sea pearl, my dawn among the islands of the west. You too, you thoughtless one, lovely one, darling one, you too I have taken to weave into my magic carpet for your feet to tread on. And the beloved draws closer to me, and her eyes are wet with tears and alight with laughter. Soon I shall really believe you really, really love me. But you didn't really do all those wicked things, now did you? The dawn comes in, and there is a hush over the garden, and in the peace of the world that was dead and is new created, my beloved draws closer to me, for she knows that indeed I wove her magic carpet, and that she and I and the carpet of our weaving, the laughter and the tears and the sin and the achievement of God's will, which man calls righteousness, are indeed a magic carpet for her feet to tread on. And so the dawn comes in, and my beloved and I are alone in the garden. There is a sea which roars among the breakers, terrible in its rage. The fisherfolk fly before it. The fisherfolk, who know no fear, crouch down in its wrath. Lords of the sea, they are helpless in the roaring of the breakers. God keep the fisherfolk in the day of the great sea's rage. There's a sea which lies among the islands of the west. It is warm and soft as the breasts of the beloved. A swell rolls in from the deep and dark Atlantic, and the evening breeze plays over it, perfumed and soft as the breath of the beloved. Behold, O ye sons of men, the great and terrible sea that roars in its wrath among the breakers, that cradles the seabird in its ineffable slumber. Its shores are white with the bones of men, and its depths bring forth creatures innumerable. Behold, O ye sons of men, and great and terrible sea, cradle and grave of all created beings. Behold ye the heart of the beloved, that rises and falls beneath the breasts of the beloved, cradle and grave of all beloved things. Many wise men have sought through many ages for the elixir of life. Some, it is said, have found this elixir. O wise men, O wise the search for that which indeed can be found. Yet who among the sons of men hath sought the elixir of death? Who hath gotten release from the wheel which rolls onward through the heavens and hells, bearing with it gods, ye the meanest insect and the meanest pebble the insect crawls upon? O mighty elixir of death, O quiet, O peace that passeth understanding, who hath sought thee, who hath found thee? None, methinks, or if any found thee, he died forthwith, and his secret with him. Yet I know one who has sought thee, faithfully, prayerfully, despairingly he hath sought thee, thou transcendent darkness, undiscoverable light. Through the 5 worlds he hath wandered, beseeching gods and man to give him death. And some among those he prayed to laughed, and some wept, but one and all they said, What is this thou seekest? Death in an universal life? Behold, it is written, there is no death. Questionest thou the bounty of the Most High? Rather learn to live, for if thou dost, his will, glory upon, waits thee. But he, the despairing one, said, Death, 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 give me death. Behold, I will serve you faithfully all the days of my life, if you will only give me death. The gods, the deathless ones, turned away rather sadly, for they loved not to disappoint their suppliants. But this death was not theirs to give, and so they turned away and fell to their favorite occupation of creating new worlds. And he wandered forth into the living tomb of this wondrous universe, and there was none to comfort him.